folks. Welcome to the December Pubcast.
Hey, how's it going?
The last Pubcast of the year.
It's John and Joe.
And Joe there.
And we're
going to talk about everything about 2019.
Yes.
Well, maybe
kind
not
of
everything.
Well,
There's a lot of things.
There's a lot of stuff at the end of this year.
A lot of stuff to digest. And we can even talk about the entire decade, too.
Yep.
I just want to say hi to the chat. How you doing, MKL257?
Number one.
Meow wang, dingle them bells, fellas. I don't know about dingle them bells. That would make this show is already not for kids. That would make it even more not for kids.
I think we're jingling them bells.
Oh well, I don't know about that either. That's going to be kind of that will make us very, very, very. Hello. Think of an man. I guess. How you doing?
Welcome.
Very good. Welcome. So there's a lot to talk about. We're coming to the end of a decade.
Yeah, end of the decade.
And no way really we can even talk about all the stuff that happened this last decade.
Think of a name. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, think of a name. I got you.
Yep.
Think of a name, HM.
Yep.
How you doing? Welcome.
Welcome.
All right, so everyone's buzzing about the movies that are coming out, and we're all talking
That came out, I guess.
That came out, or still there's a couple movies that are coming out or came out. I guess they came out already, but I'm still wanting to see.
We haven't seen Jumanji yet.
Yeah, we need to go see
realized,
Jumanji.
we saw that last Christmas.
Yeah. Or
So-
not last
or
Christmas.
last Christmas or the Christmas before.
When it came out.
We saw
I
it.
think it was 2 Christmases ago.
Yeah.
Cut to Joe while he's taking a drip of water, and cut to me when I'm done with water. Thank you.
There you go.
We got to see Jumanji.
Yep. So Jumanji.
I wanted to see Richard Jewell.
Which one's that one?
It's about Richard Jewell, the guy that was Atlanta bomber.
Oh, really?
And that's the movie I watched. I was talking about. Clint Eastwood directed. I watched The Mule.
Oh, you actually watched it?
Did you see The Mule?
Yeah, my dad was like, I want to watch The Mule. Is it on Netflix
it's
now?
On
is that
Netflix,
what it is? Oh, okay.
Or maybe it's HBO.
Oh, it might have been HBO.
But
I
liked The Mule, man. It was like, man, this guy can still direct.
Yeah.
He's pretty damn good. Yeah, Mule is pretty good. There's a little indie film I think we should talk about. I'm not sure if anybody heard about it. It's Star Battle. What's the name of this movie? You know what I'm talking about? No, Star. I don't know. It's got supposedly like this ending of this movie that was like, it was like a bunch of other movies they made of it. So, I don't know. Maybe Chad's heard of it.
Forge Bucas, I think.
Forge Bucas. Oh, okay. That's probably what it is.
I think so. I've heard things about him.
Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely Forge Bucas.
Yep, Forge
and
Bucas.
His movie THX something.
Yeah.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
And then the famous film that he made was Russian Graffiti.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, very good movie.
Yeah, Russian Graffiti.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, but yeah.
How many folks in the chat have seen that Star something movie?
Yeah, that movie in the stars that happened a long time ago,
and it's now ending
in a theater really close to all of us.
And everyone's complaining about how was
gonna see it yesterday, the Clint Eastwood film.
Oh yeah.
It's Star Trek. That's right.
That's what we need to know, Star Trek. Hey guys.
Hey film guy, how do you make money in the adult films? Well,
that's a good question, honestly.
You let us know if you figure it out.
Like adult films, I don't even know how they make money, honestly, because it's like everyone just
pirates it now.
I know, it just goes out in the ether sphere. Somebody's paying for them.
Someone's paying somewhere.
I know. I mean, we won't need to talk about that here. This is too much. That's too far. On here.
Yeah. So as for Star Wars, John has seen it. I have not.
And Timmy has not seen it. So maybe we should all just go see it. I'll bite the bullet and I'll watch it again.
You'll watch it again
because why not? Hell, you need to study.
So we won't go into
we won't go into too much detail, I guess, because most people probably haven't seen it.
Yeah. So, and then I guess Mandalorian ends tonight, you said?
Yeah, Mandalorian ends, but I think Joe and
I've seen 4 episodes.
I've been watching everything up to the...
So I'm halfway there.
We left
Christmas
Eve with Baby Yoda in a precarious situation.
There you go.
As to be expected. Now we need to resolve that.
Yeah.
We couldn't have Christmas without knowing what happened to Baby Yoda.
There you go.
So we need to know. So anyhow... Oh, I can't really.
Yeah, Star Wars is all the same shit. That's probably true.
If you want to. Well, the thing is, I thought, without going into too much, because we'll go into it later, I guess. So we need to talk about details and all that. But
yeah,
my opinion is, the Last Jedi was saying, forget that old shit. Let's move forward and do something new. And J.J. Abrams was like, nope, we're bringing all of it back. And then I'm not a big fan of it.
I actually love the vindictiveness of J.J. Abrams. So
it's a little petty, yeah. It's fun.
I like the pettiness.
It's a little funny. And the thing is, like, this is not a spoiler, but it's like, so J.J. Abrams like, I'm going to make a new droid. You have C-3PO and R2-D2. I'm going to make BB-8. And then this movie, he makes yet another droid for us to play with.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, I get it. I get what you're about.
Hello from San Antonio.
Hi, Daniel Saldivar. I'm sorry I can't pronounce names.
Welcome back. He's been in a fair few.
That's true.
But so we did watch The Witcher.
Now we can talk about Witcher's time.
So we can kind of talk about that for anyone who's a fan of the video games.
Or the books, I guess.
Or the books,
or the
of course.
Polish television series.
Yep.
Which I'm sure all of you are.
But I have to say I enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it too.
I kind of like the Peanut Butter Falcon. There you go.
Oh.
But yeah, so I like Henry Cavill, and I wasn't a big fan of the Superman reboot, but I don't feel that was his fault. He did very much look like Superman.
Yeah.
And then he's done a great job in looking like Gerald of Rivia.
What I like is funny is Gerald's catchphrases.
Yeah. Yep. And I love the thing where he's like he's like money or monsters, rarely both.
Yeah.
And which was a line from one of the video games.
Well, his other catchphrases, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the thing. I love that they straight up just were like, the very first episode, they're like, you guys like titties? They everywhere. I was like, holy crud. Like, I didn't even.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but that for a little bit,
It was in there.
It's what I call it the first episode, get him out of the way.
No, it happened like in the first.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
the first that you're thinking about the wizard who lives in Titty Land.
Yeah.
Just like surrounded by it.
It was just very bizarre because I was
like almost gratuitous.
Yeah, it was. But at the same time, I was like, all right, well, I guess we're there.
Yeah,
but I mean that had no point to this, no bearing on me enjoying it. It was just okay, because I didn't expect it. I really expected a very just almost purge of very Game of Thrones esque style with this, and no, it was an enjoyable.
No, I like the portrayal of Yennefer too.
Yeah,
I did not know her background. Like I didn't realize she was a crippled kind of character at the very beginning.
Yeah,
so it was like cool. Like, well, that's Yennefer. Oh
yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Then she transforms into beautiful Yennefer, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
or
and
hot Yennefer, if you want to call it.
There you go.
She's kind of cute as a cripple. I'm just saying. I'm that desperate.
A few of your core general videos a while back take a few shortcuts. For example, the film, sound, video overlooked, Theodore Case, and the AEO light. Any chance for a follow-up vid?
Yeah, maybe. The reason why Theodore Case didn't come up so much was because this my research was showing that it was more about the other guy. And then reading up more on it, you see that Theodore Case was more involved with it than the history that I presented. But you gotta remember, like, people get on my case on this stuff is like, you guys have your own favorite part of history that you want specifically shown.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when I'm doing these like long stories, that story about Theodore Case is not as important as it is in the whole general thing. Maybe I probably should have, if I would have known Theodore Case was more involved with that history of sound, I would have talked more about him.
Yeah.
But it's like, I need to move on to something else.
Yeah.
So that's why Theodore Case.
Dirk said, hey, and I love your aspect ratio video. So.
Oh, thank you. I love your aspect ratio too. All right, Chernobyl was maybe my favorite film series I saw this year. Just amazing. Did you see the limited
TV series?
I did.
You did. I watched the first one. But the problem is when I see those, they're very, I mean, obviously it's very dramatized and stuff like that.
Super dramatized.
And in a way, it kind of takes me out of certain things like that. Not like it wasn't a bad thing, but I was just like, well, I get that you're having to, and you have to dramatize it.
But it's about nuclear power.
Yeah. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know, I kind of watched the first one and was like, oh, maybe I'll watch the second one, and just never came back to it.
Well, I liked the first episode, and I liked the last episode, and then when I was reading more about it, I realized it's not so dramatized that it's like way off base.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the thing too. Is that's what happened to me. As I watched the first one, and then I was kind of like interested, so I started watching some history stuff, and which brought in the fact that it was so dramatized. And then I kind of was just like that, and then it's just like the kind of drew me away from it.
Yeah.
So maybe I should have just watched the full thing and then went to the history of it instead of just going after the first episode. But
like Brother Love says, when are the strippers going to show up? You folks are boring. And right now is when they're going to show. Okay. No, you're literally on the internet and you're complaining that there's not enough porn.
Yeah.
Like, why isn't this porn too?
Yeah. Why? Bring everything.
I need titties and everything.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
I agree with your view on frame rate, 24 frames per second forever. Yeah.
Baby.
There you go.
All right. So the reason why I am, 23.976, if you're American, that's what we mean when we say 24. It's just a given.
Yeah.
But yeah. The reason why I'm wearing these stupid cat ears.
Yeah. So John saw Cats.
I saw Cats.
And I got viciously sick just thinking about going to see Cats.
And I am going to do a movie review where I'm going to tell you why I liked Cats. I won't really spoil it for anymore because there's a lot I talk about in the thing. It's going to be a nice nice medium length video. It's 3,000 words. But yeah, I'm going to be the weird person out on that one. So that's what the cat ears are for.
And Jacob said, thank you so much for answering my question. I wish you the best in 2020. So,
yay.
Hope you had a great, Juke says, hope you had a great Christmas, John.
Oh, we had okay.
Movies, looking back at 2019 and new projects.
Besides Cats, what was your favorite movie of 2019?
Again, as I didn't see Cats, I would not.
He's almost got
that just made me ill. Like, physically looking at it, I'm hoping, I don't know, they said something about redoing all the...
They actually redid it. They actually redid it after the movie opened. I saw it again, but I couldn't tell you what the difference was.
What the difference was?
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, the thing is, though, I'm just going to spoil a little bit, but, like, I got used to it eventually. Maybe I have a threshold for it, but, like, I still catch that Polar Express on TV, and that movie, that's weird.
Oh yeah, the Tom Hanks one.
That one's just off-putting.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Cats, at least you can see Judi Dench's eyes and her face inside that cat thing.
Yeah.
Judi Dench was, if you didn't know, she was actually supposed to be in the original show.
Yeah, but she broke her leg or something.
Broke her Achilles tendon.
Oh, there you go.
Doing it, but anyhow, I got used to it. It could just be me, though. It could be just that I have a tolerance. I have my gag reflex is a lot higher.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt, I honestly, it's very rare that I've ever felt this, but watching it, it's something about it just, I don't know. It just made me nauseous.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't understand it. And it's not like, oh no, watch, like even just really watching it. It wasn't just figuratively nauseous. I literally got nauseous.
No, I hear you, and I'm not, my video on Cats review. I'm not trying to convince any of y'all to see it.
Yeah,
because I know if you don't get it by now, you probably won't get it. So, but if you know all the words to Mr. Mistopheles, then you might actually enjoy it. I like the question that said.
No, but you said you didn't watch it. I watched the trailer.
You watched the trailer.
Yeah, that's about as far as I went.
You know what? When I watched the trailer, I think we're peaking actually. When I watched the trailer, I also kind of retched a little bit too.
Yeah.
But the movie, you just get used to it. Anyhow, when are we going to get a new Studios history movie? A lot of things happened in this past quarter of year that made it so I couldn't produce the one script that I had written about Fox.
Yeah.
The early days of Fox, before Fox became 20th Century Fox. But it will happen eventually.
Yeah,
2020, here it comes.
We've had a very interesting couple of months.
It's been interesting.
So much so that we've been quite busy.
Yeah, it's like the last couple of weeks, I had to work on some work on Filmmaker IQ stuff, like make money for the new year or not, or shovel more money into the YouTube abyss. But I had to decide to work on the work, and I still didn't finish all of it. But it's all kind of wrapping up. Anyhow, a lot of stuff questions here.
Yeah. Okay. When movies are based on books, a lot of people say how much better the book is than the movie. there any movies based
Oh,
on
that's a good
books
one.
where you think the movie is better? Jurassic Park usually comes to
Well,
mind.
Jurassic Park was a pretty good book, but it's
It was a
different
pretty
book.
good
They're
book,
both,
but
yeah.
I would say like I mean, I guess it's just at that time
I don't think
reading the book and then just seeing a physical manifestation of it, the movie, like with all of its plot holes and all of its like issues, was great. Like you suspend disbelief and just enjoy
I think
all these dinosaurs roaming around.
I think the movie is probably as good as the book. I think they kind of
I
complement
guess you
each
could
other.
say that. Yeah.
It's like the movie is the book, and the book is the movie, but the book is the movie longer, the uncut version.
I just remember my mom made me read the book before I could go see the movie.
Okay.
That was the reasoning for it. Like she's like, because she wanted me to like. That's
You wanna
the
be
funny part is I read all the time,
You want to be literate,
but she wanted me to read before I go
because the
and
book
see it.
actually has a lot more gore
Oh, it
and
does.
violence
It does.
in it than the movie.
Yep.
Which is the funny thing. Another example, Jaws. Somebody wrote down was a
Yeah.
good one. Shining is another one. Shining is such a completely different movie than it is in the book.
Yep. Donnie says, "Hello, filmmaker." Hey, Donnie.
Hey, damn typo.
Let's see.
Speaking of The Shining, so we were talking about movies
Oh
in
yeah.
2019.
There you go.
There's Doctor Sleep.
You felt that was very underrated.
Totally underrated. Well, it's underperforming at the box office
Yeah.
because people thought, "Oh, Shining reboot or Shining sequel. This is stupid."
Mm-hmm.
But it's not stupid because it's the sequel to the book. Really,
Yeah.
it's a sequel to Stephen King's,
Mhm.
and Stephen King wrote it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like the studio's like, "Hey, Stephen King, write another book."
Yeah.
No,
This
Stephen
was
King's
done a long
Yeah,
time before.
And then it was fans that, "Hey, Stephen King, I want you to make another book for The Shining." Or what happens to Danny?
What happens to Danny?
You know,
yeah.
so it's not like it doesn't come from a evil place.
Yeah, it was
Comes
very
from a-
much always always there.
It comes from a good place. Let's
Yeah.
say that. And the movie is well done, and it's not. This is right when all this Marvel was theme park ride crap was going on,
Yeah.
and I was like, here's a movie that's kind of simple. It's a kind of small movie, but it's fun. It works and totally underperformed.
Yeah.
But
And then
sad to say.
I did see Knives Out.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah,
how'd you like that?
I like that.
Did Rian Johnson
Yeah.
not ruin your childhood with that one?
Yeah, I mean, as long as he stays far away from Star Wars. At this point, all I'm asking is everyone stay far away from Star Wars.
Except for Jon Favreau, keep making the man.
Well, I mean, he can like the thing is people can. I think
how about we just stay away from the original trilogy? Anything, any characters, just keep them out
yeah,
and just go with something different.
yeah. I mean, here's the thing, and we were talking about this when we came by that one time. Was that what should have happened? Is essentially the Mandalorian should have been
First.
should be out before any of the
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams stuff, and granted, I don't believe the J.J. Abrams stuff should ever these new three. I think they should have just disappeared too. But they should have almost marveled it, where they just make these little things that seed in all the seed the galaxy for future ideas versus just coming out of the gate with this bad
I think
stuff.
that's the difference between. I mean, just get it off. It's
Best new sow of 2019. What's the best new sow of 2019?
different-
I don't
not
know.
quite sure.
Okay, it's new show. I knew it was, but I'm just an asshole.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Well, I think the thing was, I mean, if we want to talk about the difference between Marvel and Star Wars, Star Wars started off with a big giant story to tell, and Marvel had to build it up to that point, which is why Marvel actually the end game was such a satisfying conclusion
yeah.
versus Star Wars. Anyhow,
There's a lot of people still saying that The Shining is one of their favorite movies, and
Sure.
stuff like that. And also welcome active. I'm stoked about tomorrow's season finale of The Mandalorian. There you go.
well, it's actually technically
Um,
tonight, so
Yeah.
you can if you after this you can just pop on Disney Plus and watch it.
Yeah, Doctor
The
Sleep was written
Lighthouse.
after the Kubrick's death, but Kubrick's vision is used as a
Yeah.
backdrop to the film. Yeah.
They had it both ways with the Doctor Sleep.
The Disney trilogy is a complete dumpster fire. I agree. Let's see. We'll just leave it at that. 'Cause
You're
I'm not
gonna
gonna
just
go
leave it
in.
at that. I'm after that last one. I'm ready to move
Lighthouse
on.
was good. You saw that.
I wasn't
and you
crazy
fell
about
asleep.
the Lighthouse. Okay, so I'll talk to you about me and falling asleep at the movies because now
Yeah.
I'm going. I've got that AMC pass, which has these really comfy seats, And if I go and I start falling asleep, it's because I can't follow what's going on the screen.
Yeah.
And with Lighthouse, I started falling asleep, and then kind of come back to it, and it just kept going, and it was like weirder. Although another A24, which you saw, was Uncut Gems. I started falling asleep in that movie, but then, like the second act, when the story kicks in, like I was like, whoa, I got wired and woke up, and I enjoyed the rest of the movie throughout. So,
Yeah.
Uncut Gems, if you haven't seen it, great Adam Sandler film. It is better than Jack and Jill, a little bit better than Jack and Jill. Not as good as Punch Drunk Love, which is my favorite Adam Sandler film.
Yeah.
Better than Spanglish, which is my third favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But go see Uncut Gems.
I actually liked Click.
I haven't seen Click.
You didn't see Click?
No.
Well, I mean, you just can't go wrong with Christopher Walken in anything, and he was in that. He was apparently the crazy scientist. I don't know. It's one of those. Any Adam Sandler movie just feels like a guilty pleasure when you enjoy it. You just feel like something you shouldn't enjoy, but you do.
I've just never been a big Adam Sandler fan,
I mean,
except for his other stuff.
Honestly, Punch Drunk Love is probably number one, and then Click.
The thing is, Adam Sandler's a great actor when he's not directing himself.
Yeah.
When someone else is directing him, he can actually pull stuff off. That's amazing.
Do you guys pay attention to the Golden Globes? If so, do you think there are films that were snubbed this year?
I have no idea.
I don't really pay attention to the Golden Globes anymore
right now.
All
I know is Cats is up for best musical song. That's how they always do it. They always just try to shove one new song in there. It's a good song.
Where do you see Hollywood going post comic book boom? Pretty much the same way. I mean, it's just you're always gonna get those little breakaways, and you're gonna get. I mean, DC's always gonna attempt to do what Marvel's doing and fail spectacularly. Marvel's going to keep, I mean, as long as Kevin Feige controls it, it's going to keep rolling out that way. Plus, Kevin Feige is now apparently going to be in charge of Star Wars, but hopefully they'll just let it lie for a little bit.
Yeah, and do some shows or something.
And just, you know.
Well, DC might have a comeback. They might be starting to figure out their formula to be the answer to Marvel.
I think that DC is going to do basically Joker style, like, continuation. So you're going to see...
Yeah.
Like these almost kind of like
Shazam-ish.
Yeah, Shazam. We all enjoyed Shazam.
Wonder Woman coming out.
Yeah. But I mean, Black Adam is now going to be a thing, which is the.
But they're not going to do like
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
The thing is, they're not. The point is, they're not going to be like, we're going to do a Justice League again.
No. I don't know.
I think what they're going to do is stick around to doing smaller movies and just kind of rake up some money that way, and then eventually maybe they'll do a Justice League. I don't know. But what post comic book boom? I don't know. Like, who knows?
I mean, the thing, and I think we talked about this too, is it's always the what's popular always spins.
Yeah, it's always a cycle.
It's never like when people say it's like, oh, is this oversaturation? It's like, no, it's going to oversaturate and it's going to turn.
Get bored. We'll get bored, and something else something new.
So sci-fi and superhero movies might turn, and then it might be westerns, and westerns might turn. It might be something else. I mean,
speaking of sci-fi, it's that time of the show to talk about
The Expanse. Yeah, there you go.
Expanse. It's The Expanse time. We've been talking about this for a year. On this show, on this very desk, we've been saying,
and
when are we going to get another season of Expanse?
That's true.
And we finally got it in the last time since we've been here.
Yep.
So, Joe, would you recommend The Expanse?
Yes. So if you guys haven't seen it, is it season 4 or season 3?
Season 4.
Yeah, so season 4. We've been waiting for a really long time, and it didn't disappoint. I enjoyed it.
No, it's very good.
And I'm looking forward to the rest of it. So
for all of you guys following the books, it combines the book like Cibola Burn with the book that's following afterward. So there's changing the books a little bit, but they're kind of mixing and mashing them together.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of getting the 3 books into 2 seasons or something like that. But it is fantastic. It is must-see sci-fi television, streaming-wise. It is the Game of Thrones replacement for, well, it's a sci-fi version of Game of Thrones, kind of.
Yeah.
The good part of Game of Thrones, at least.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they still, here's the thing, they do the passing of time really well.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is at the end of Game of Thrones, it became like fast travel. Like, everything was boop, boop, boop. But they still are very good about like going like, oh, let's show the passage of time through these like quick cuts, but at the same time you don't feel gypped or anything like that when you're following them in the ship.
I do think they changed around a little bit how long it takes to get to that Illis planet, because I think in the book it takes 6 months.
Yeah,
and in this in the movie it takes like a week.
It took
or
took 4 months.
Well, the light travel delay takes like 3 or 4 days or something like that, or something. I think it's a little longer in the book, but we'll forgive that.
Yeah,
because they got to get through some of the stuff. They have to move it along.
Well, they were also showing the passing of time with her muscle strengthening.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
like, and you see, it's like when you start off, her whole arm is completely like clean and stuff like that. And then by the end, she has those like essentially the muscle enhancer track marks up
Just
her
to
arms.
get the people, if you haven't been watching, the one of the lead characters is an asteroid belter. Oops, my is an asteroid belter, or what's her name?
A belter.
What's her name again?
I can't think of it. For
oh my gosh,
right
it's Stephen Butler is Eric
Holden and
Naomi. Naomi?
I think so.
Something like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, actress.
Yeah, I think it's Naomi and then Amos and
then Peaches and then
And then, anyway,
but she's in Belter and she's grew up in free fall and grew up in zero gravity or low gravity
in space. Yeah.
So her bones are not very strong. She can't really walk on planets.
Yep.
So they're shooting up with like stuff to make her stronger.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I guess that's our chat keeps going on and on and on.
Let's see.
Without talking about
Let's see.
About Expanse. Let's get back to the chat.
All right. Active says, can Star Wars 10 redeem the series, and who should direct? They act like 9 is the last, but that means Disney would suddenly hate money.
No.
As we said, Kevin Feige apparently has been given control over Kennedy.
I think you should just write in John Hess should direct episode 10. Because what the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't screw up worse, right?
Does anyone think that John Hess looks like Burl Ives?
Maybe.
Is that the
singer, the old-fashioned singer?
Okay.
Guy? Yeah, maybe.
Let's see. Still haven't gotten back into The Expanse. I loved the first 12 episodes, then I just fell flat for me. It honestly, I don't know. I'd rewatch it.
You have to sometimes with shows you have to kind of let them simmer for a little bit.
Yeah.
But sometimes it takes 2 or 3 shows to kind of build everything up.
Yeah.
With The Expanse being such a big project, you kind of each season kind of takes a little time to get going.
Yeah.
Just because it's just the nature of the story.
The funny part, so it's
wow, Dirk,
thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Is there more useful to watch great movies and learn from them, or to watch bad movies to figure out what makes them bad? I enjoy both.
You have to do both, I think. You can't do one or the other.
But I mean, the thing is honestly, the best teacher is just going out and doing it, because you're gonna find what didn't work for you and what does work for you. I think what was his name? The comedian George Patton, Patton Oswalt. He was basically said that he went and saw every movie for 5 years straight, and then realized that didn't really, as much as he learned all this stuff, it didn't really give him a knowledge of actually going and doing it until he went and did it. And so, if you want to be just a writer, watching good movies and watching bad movies will help you kind of get that idea. But honestly, if you're telling the story, it's your job to kind of go out there and find what works. You know what I mean?
And I think also maybe watching a lot of movies is finding your style, because there's a lot of different styles in movies. Like I like Cats, but that makes me crazy, and I like a certain particular kind of craziness in my movies.
Mm-hmm.
And if I watch nothing but dramas, and if I watch nothing but Martin Scorsese movies, I wouldn't get my fix of the crazy weird stuff that I enjoy. I was just thinking about this the other day. Do you remember Blues Brothers? The ending of Blues Brothers when they're being chased by the cop cars.
Mm-hmm.
That sequence makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
But it's hilarious. But it's awesome.
Yeah.
And you just with the neo-Nazis go flying off the bridge, and then the car just drops from 1,000 feet up in the air, and it's stupid, but it's hilarious and it's awesome. And you would never see that in a Martin Scorsese true cinema, but you would see it in a theme park ride cinema.
Yeah.
So, and I love that stuff. So you got to watch all of it. As I was having this argument with a friend of mine, I was like, you can learn from anything. You don't think this is only a Marvel movie. I can't learn from it.
Also, Donnie, we did see. Also, thank you for saying Happy Boxing Day from Canada.
Boxing Day.
And Happy Kwanzaa to those who celebrate that. Also, for the Power Rangers reboot
oh my God.
that they're doing. Yeah, because essentially it's
I
almost...
remember I said they rebooted.
So they're rebooting it again.
Again?
And so essentially, these Power Rangers go back in time to like the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I don't somehow. As from what I've heard of the synopsis of this, and it's like, here's the problem. Power Rangers is a great. Here, actually, this is the perfect viewing of why some TV shows just can't make it into the realm of movies.
Yeah.
And it's because Power Rangers is essentially something that was taken from Japan. So all the pieces that show the original power, like the Power Rangers that we know, and then all the footage where they're in like their suits and stuff. That's all
So
friggin' Japanese.
Yeah. And we just threw in an American sub-story.
Yeah, we just threw in the American sub-story so we could do it, which is, I grew up and I enjoy that idea, but it's not movie based unless you're going. They're trying to hit all the markets of like, oh look, it's a Marvel, almost Marvel-esque superhero thing, and it can't be. It just aim it towards the kids, let the kids enjoy it, and and then move on.
So like when I came to I came to the States in 1989 from Taiwan, where I was familiar with a Power Rangers-esque thing, whatever it was over there. Mm-hmm. And then when Power Rangers came out, I think I was like 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was just on the edge of the age, like, yeah, this is for kids.
Yeah.
This ain't for me. I'm a big boy.
I allowed myself to embrace it.
Yeah.
Because I like anime. I like Japanese anime.
And you didn't have that whole thing like, I escaped Taiwan to get away from this stuff.
To get away from this stuff.
So,
whereas I'm like, but yeah, I mean, Surf Ninjas is awesome.
Okay.
Rob Schneider. Dude's
Yeah.
got a veil. Chick's got a veil. Dude better bail. Like, it's terrible.
I think. Okay, so I've been listening to this audiobook by a guy named Mark Kermode, who's this great British film critic.
Yeah.
But his tastes are very mainstream, and he loves like old trash. And he was actually talking about how horrible Surf Ninjas or one of them was.
Do you guys think that the use of time travel in movie franchises is a poor excuse to try and rewrite / fix issues from past installments? In movie franchises, no, I don't really think if you do it right, you can. Time travel is a fun idea.
But I'm thinking he's only asking is a way to fix and rewrite the past, like say, oh, this movie wasn't very good, so we're going to go back in time and change it and make it make sense or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in the term of the Power Rangers,
we're going back to the Power Rangers again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Back to the Future. I love that whole thing. It's a time travel story, but it's not anything that. I mean, well, technically, you could say Back to the Future 2 is just going back to the Future 1 halfway through it, and then.
But there's future stuff in Back to the Future.
But there's future stuff in it as well. But yeah, they fixed little things that didn't work by having Michael J. Fox.
Which is your favorite? Which is your favorite Back to the Future?
Honestly, Back to the Future 3.
You like 3? I like 2 best.
Yeah, I love the idea of the future, but I love the idea of because it was very in its own aspect steampunk in a way, because Doc was this futuristic guy who built a giant machine to make fucking ice cubes.
Yeah,
like. He literally made this.
And they were nasty ice cubes too.
Oh yeah, they didn't look good at all. But I mean, and he's sitting there with a modified rifle, and he's like, "This can shoot the flea off a dog's back at 100 yards, Tannen, and it's aimed at your forehead." And you look at the gun, and it's like tricked out with this weird, almost telescopic lens on. It was really cool. Like the fact at the end.
I just like 2 because it's. I think it's the most complicated storyline, and it involves all the 3. I also like the future stuff. I'm a futurist.
Yeah, I mean,
I enjoy the future stuff.
Yeah,
I'd say we don't, different strokes.
Different strokes for different folks. Sponsored by Audible. What are we sponsored by Audible?
Oh, did I hit that button by?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, we are sponsored by Audible.
But if you do go to Audible, check out Mark Kermode's books. They're all on Audible.
There you go.
And they're really well written, and they're funny.
Yeah. Funny. Oh, I mean Adrian said it right there. Like for the hoverboards, I always wanted a hoverboard. But I figured, even if they somehow created it, I'd smash my face on the floor.
I'm sick and tired of those YouTube videos where oh, we invented a hoverboard. It's like, you just invented magnets.
Yeah.
I don't care about that crap anymore.
I'm
over that. Will there be a remake of Vertigo? Sure, why not?
I'm sure at some point.
Well, I mean, you can take the base story and just recreate that. I'm sure somebody's going to come up with it.
Rob Schneider is such a charismatic actor, but is in such bad films. It's odd.
Rob Schneider needs to be directed by the same director that does Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah. That's the thing is I'm sure Rob Schneider could be a really good actor, but 90% of the time he's in Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
And Adam Sandler has this enjoyment of just torturing Rob Schneider. Like all of his stuff is so bad.
Yeah.
But it's funny
Rob
as hell.
Schneider. Well, Vertigo is based on a book that is a mystery book. Everyone was asking, "Oh God, no Vertigo." Yeah, it's based on a book, so you can just go back to the source book and change things and do your own thing.
Problem with hoverboards in real life is that they catch fire. Probably.
And they probably take too much. Marriage Story is another one I need to watch. ScarJo is. I love ScarJo. She should get. I mean, I haven't seen Marriage Story, but she should be up for nominations for Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah,
because she is so good in Jojo Rabbit. I want to marry whatever her character. I just do. I just stop the middle movie. Marry me, and then I find out she.
I'm realizing I watch way more TV series than I watch movies right now.
Yeah,
like, because I mean, I saw the thing for Marriage Story.
Yeah,
which is
that's
Kylo Ren and Scarlett Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it's a lot of them sitting around talking, which I certain times I love the monologuing, very very simplistic, feels like real life, and apparently both of them do Adam Driver and her do a really great job.
He tries to convince her to join the dark side.
Yeah, is that at the end? That's what
it's just nothing but come, let the past die.
Let the past die.
And then, but it's also directed by what's his face, so and so who's married to Greta Gerwig. And she has a movie coming out, Little Women movie coming out, which I'm just curious to see it just because it's Greta Gerwig, and I always like Greta Gerwig.
Hey guys, this is a little geeky, but can you talk about cinema franchises as a movie enthusiast from Down Under? I'd love to hear your thoughts and preferences on cinemas in the States. Enlighten me. How do you mean for the the franchises?
About the actual theaters.
Are you talking about New Arts and Alamo Drafthouse? Okay, is that what he's going with?
Jar Jar Abrams. Okay, I like that.
All right.
Alamo Drafthouse, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Ren's last words in 9 was "ouch." Think about it, Jar. Let's see. I hope The Lighthouse gets some Oscar nominations.
I think it'd be good to
The
get
Last
a cinematography.
Jedi was directed by Rian Johnson. Yeah, I mean, as I said, Knives Out was a great movie. As long as he stays away from Star Wars, I'm gonna be okay with it.
Wasn't James Bond awesome as the Kentucky Fried detective?
Oh yeah, he was
so good.
Daniel Craig.
I swear I am not going to interfere. I'm only after the truth.
The truth. Yep. Oh, and then we're getting a new James Bond movie.
Yeah. Okay. One final go at it. James Bond's one of those fun. It's like Star Trek movies. It's like every other one is good.
Yeah.
So I think we're due for a good one then. I think this is the good one. Because the last one wasn't so good. That was a Blofeld one. That was kind of lame.
Oh yeah.
And the one before
he's
that was
in
Skyfall.
This one.
Yeah,
because it's
last
a continuation.
This is his last one for him.
Yeah. Well, Blofeld.
You're talking about Blofeld. Yeah.
Someone showed a thing where it's I don't know, where it's I'm your brother or something. I don't know if that was there was a trailer for it.
There's also Mr. Robot is going to be in it, and people are saying that's Dr. No.
Oh, okay.
So whatever.
We'll see.
Dr. No doesn't I can't I'm not gonna sit there oh my god, that's Dr. No. I'm like, oh, that's Dr. No.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's the thing. It's okay, I get it. You're treading old stuff. Just give me a new story. I like that. Here's the thing. All in all, I've liked them, all of them, to an extent. There wasn't really anything I particularly hated about them or disliked because they almost stayed true. They pretty much stayed true to the idea of James Bond.
But I think with the new ones, Casino Royale is really good. Then Quantum Solace is it
was okay.
Skyfall was pretty good, and then the next one was and then it does that thing where it's seesaw in between two.
I think for the most part, I never thought any of them were spectacular, but I didn't really think any of them were bad.
I thought Casino Royale was pretty spectacular.
Yeah,
that was whoa, shit. I mean, you mean we're over this whole this whole Remington Steele kind of James Bond. What's his face? Pierce Brosnan. Because that was like, whoa, that kind of blew your mind.
Let's see.
Anyhow,
Yeah,
Trek.
everybody is. Thank you guys for being so vocal, and sorry if we're not we're kind of going off on our own tangents. We will try to answer this stuff.
We're trying to get to them.
We'll try to get to it.
Speaking of Star Trek, 4 weeks until the debut of Picard on CBS All Access. I don't get CBS All Access. Do you, Joe?
No, that's a problem. So
we're not gonna watch it.
But no, I'll watch it.
Yeah, okay, he'll watch it some other means.
Some other means of. Actually, no. To be honest, I think you can get it through Amazon Prime. So I'll probably do like the 7-day thing
there you go.
Watch the first episode and see how I feel about it.
As a Bond movie, I think Skyfall's a total failure. I think it works because of his what's his face? Deacon's cinematography is so amazing in that movie. But other than that, it became kind of like Home Alone.
Well, here's the thing. I know, or from what I've heard, she is a 00 agent, but she's not replacing him as a 007. Because there is
comment.
Here's the thing: is like there's always reference that there's multiple 00s. Like it's like there is a 002, like a
It may not be alive, but
but at the same time, so I'm okay. Like if they introduce her as like 006 or 009 or whatever the heck it is, I don't care. But the thing is at the very beginning of this, they essentially went, "Hey, 00 or 00s are there's always multiple 007s or 00s."
I think that was
you're just following.
That's canon
Bond.
too.
Yeah,
it's the old movies where they had 00s. Interacting with each other. Hi, Brent Drafts.
Hey, Brent, how's it going?
Donnie Pearson. Yes, Picard streams on Amazon Prime Video. The rest of the planet in Canada airs on a new CTV Sci-Fi channel. Oh, you guys actually
Picard streams on Amazon and
you actually have it on TV then. Cool for you.
Yeah, so
bully for you.
Back in Black. Here's for me, it's always a thing of if you can tell me a good story, I don't care.
Yeah.
The second you sit there and be like, second it stops feeling natural for the reason for any person, doesn't matter, male, female, whatever. The second it stops feeling natural and like that you did it for anything other than just the good of the story, that's when I get annoyed. I don't really care one way or the other as long as it's a good and enjoyable story and I have fun. Press to doubt. But
I'm also like not.
I don't care. But
I'm not a big fan of the whole like movies for your. I think movies ought to be fun, or movies and everything. It should be kind of fun at a certain level. I don't believe movies should be like take your medicine kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
There are some movies that you should watch just because. Yeah, you should watch them, but there's not that many of them, and then most of them are still enjoyable. They're still fun to watch. Even Citizen Kane is somewhat fun to watch if you just get in the right mood for it. But anyhow, that's my thought on that.
Yep.
We're going to talk about CBS
later
some more. I'm not terribly excited about CBS All Access. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I didn't particularly care for Star Trek Discovery. I tried watching a little bit of it. I mean, the old 007 movies are awesome. I mean,
I think so.
Yeah.
There's also I liked Casino Royale so much because of Ava Green. Black Dynamite. Did we talk about Black Dynamite?
Oh yeah, and then you have Eddie Murphy's one for I'm Dolomite. Is that Eddie Murphy's movie?
Yeah, I Am Dolomite. Uh-huh.
That one I watched it. It was good.
Black Dynamite is not one of those movies like Medicine. That is not. Black Dynamite?
No, Black Dynamite was.
We're saying the same movie, right?
I hope so.
Because I sell drugs in the neighborhood. Black Dynamite. Or is that?
Isn't that Black Dynamite?
I think it's Black Dynamite. You're freaking me out, chat.
Now we gotta look.
Now we gotta look this up.
Oh, that was.
Have you seen Glass? What a letdown! I have not seen Glass. I'm gonna go back to the question while Joe looks this up. Greg Palmer says, "What's the biggest mistake beginning filmmakers make?" I think it's probably not making enough films or not trying to put everything in one basket. I can go back and look at my first serious film and think, man, I did a lot of things on that film I thought were smart and cool, but I would know better nowadays. Of course, technology's gotten better since then. But yeah, filmmakers, I think, early filmmakers just don't realize you need to keep making more films. Is it Black Dynamite?
I don't know. Apparently my thing's saying. Oh, there it goes.
Where is it?
Yeah, that was Black Dynamite.
Yeah, Black Dynamite, man. That's not a medicine movie. That's a laugh your butt off.
Yeah,
movie.
that's a like make fun of blaxploitation.
Yeah,
film.
that's awesome.
And yeah, you see that? I threw those from the other room. Yeah. Well, Black Dynamite. I sell drugs to the kids.
I sell drugs in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood.
But yeah, have you seen Glass? What a letdown.
Yeah. I have not seen it though.
Let's see. Something that I was always told when I was younger: never treat movies like gospel. Even the most historically accurate movies have inaccuracies with them. Oh, of course.
I don't think there's a single movie that's like. Another thing is also don't treat books as gospel either, because books, everything has historically inaccurate stuff in it. It's the nature of the world, of the reality, is like you can't tell the entire story.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be a little bit off, no matter how well.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know. Did you start talking about what was the mistakes?
Yeah, I covered that already.
Okay. So is Airplane.
Airplane. Okay, now I know he's just trolling. If you think Airplane is a medicine movie, it is not a medicine movie.
What's your vector, Victor?
I know a girl and played the musical. She named her cats Victor, and I think what's the other line in there? Oh, chat will know.
Yeah,
Victor, and then Charlie.
Charlie,
and then she was like, she's going to name their other cat something else.
Oh, there you go.
No, she would have named her kids, but she never got married. Oh my gosh! Thank you, Dirk. Dirk Schneider.
It is almost dogma at this point that you should avoid film school, but I don't see how I learn theory by just making films. Where do I even start? I mean, honestly, just write a short. I mean, it doesn't even have to be for the film theory.
Theory stuff. Theory, you don't like. Like, what kind of theory are you talking about? Because if you're talking about film theory, like an academic sense, you can only get that in reading films, academic stuff.
Here's the thing: up until Quentin Tarantino started making how he made films, that wasn't a very, I guess, if you had brought that theory to people in film school, they wouldn't have liked it because it doesn't fit what used to be the theory of how you make a film. But that's the thing is, if you find the right style for yourself, you're gonna be, and you can make it work, then you'll be all right. I mean, yeah, I guess in a way, wing it is very much the way to do it. Is write your script, find what works for you, and you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
I'll give you a little bit different perspectives. There's two kinds of film theory you've talked about. Film theory in an academic sense, we're talking about like auteur theory, and you're talking about gender theory, you're talking about all these other ways of analyzing film.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of film theory is actually completely useless to the filmmaker. Almost.
Yeah.
It's almost detrimental to filmmakers. It makes you second guess yourself. In fact, when you make a film, I think it's best to just ignore all that kind of academic how to read a film kind of film theory. Now, the other kind of film theory.
Oh, you said technical stuff and composition, but
that stuff you can just pick up books on, and you can go out and study it and try it out and watch videos that I do, watch videos that other people do, judge stuff on your own.
Oh, how do I wing it in learning about CGI? Honestly, that stuff.
Again, play with it.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to play with it. Get 3D Studio Max.
Yeah, I mean, 3D Studio Max has I shouldn't say this, but go online, pretend like you're just say you're from an education facility, and they'll give you a free copy of it.
Yeah,
and you can just play with it. They'll tell you don't make commercial stuff with it, and you won't. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
But you can go out and get that software. If you want to pay for it, it's pretty darn expensive, but you can do it. And then go ahead and go to these. I want to do this really bad. There's a thing called kit bashing, which is basically TurboSquid.com. All these other sites have all these models for you, and just buy a couple good models and play around with them, and just keep messing around with them until you get good at it. That's you do not learn that in film school. That's not a film school thing. They don't teach you that in film school. So that's all on the job training stuff.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, if anyone has seen the start of Filmmaker IQ live that we did, you can see John went from having a rudimentary knowledge of it to creating a 25-second short that is stunning.
A long time.
It took a long time, but I mean, it's stunningly.
That's like 3 years of playing with it, basically. I mean, that's what you got to do. You just got. Well, 3 years plus, whatever I did was a kid playing with it.
Yeah. I mean, hell, the very first foray into it was one. It was like
2001.
Fireballs in 2000,
Yeah.
and not even 2000. That would have been 1997.
Yeah, 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the 2001 Space Odyssey.
Oh
But
my god, that was
the
a long time
Fireball.
ago.
Actually, I think the Mission Impossible one came first.
Yeah.
And then it was.
No. I think it was 2001 came first.
Was
huh?
it?
Yeah, then there was Mission Impossible was toward the end of the school year.
Yeah.
As we made that.
I just remember eat that.
That was
chicken.
a long
What?
time ago.
Wing harder. Worst movie of 2020 predictions? I can't even say. Worst movie in 2019?
What's the worst movie of 2019, Joe? Go for it.
I don't know. I can't. Obviously, I'm probably gonna say Rise of the Skywalker. I'm sure, but
I wouldn't say it's the worst.
No.
It might be bad. It might be in the lower 25%. Maybe lower like half. But I don't think it's the worst.
I really don't have one that
I don't see enough
particularly-
movies to be able to tell you what's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Worst thing I've ever seen.
At this point, I don't feel like
Because if I had to watch it and I didn't really like it, I'd probably just turn it off.
yeah.
You know.
I need to get into 3D modeling scenes too. Can't seem to actually put some effort into it.
I don't have the time right now. I wish I had Kit Bash. Go to look up Kit Bash. Basically, it's like 12 different models they give you, and it's like little pieces of a scene, and you can rearrange them in however way you want. It's like Legos. It's awesome. It's fun. Anyhow,
Is there any list of film literature for everything from communication with actors? Honestly, that's
two
Here's the
different.
thing.
Yeah, it's also many different disciplines you're talking about there.
And I mean, the thing is I don't know, like that's a lot of different things.
Communicating in actors, that's one thing. Like lenses is another thing, and lighting is somewhat different than that. So you gotta pick and choose your field there, buddy.
Yeah.
You're gonna get like at least 3 books.
Yeah. At least 3. And honestly, the one with communicating with actors, throw that one right out the window.
Well, I have one called Working with Actors. It's pretty good actually. It just talks about like things like don't tell your actors like, can you feel more? You have to like give more action verbs and stuff like they can actually work with rather than just like, I didn't like the way that came out. Stuff.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, obvious after a while.
but when we talk with them, it's a lot of just like, okay, that was an interesting one. Okay,
Well, I mean, I still
we
pull
just-
from it.
yeah.
I pull from that book a little bit. I haven't read more than the first chapter of that book. So
yeah.
I was a big
Probably.
fan of Kubrick and Frank Herbert, and did my things in Super 8. Oh, good for you! Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a movie that's coming out. I think it's Dune.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. I can't wait for that.
I still set on the preference that my favorite version of Dune is the sci-fi version.
Oh, okay.
That they did the mini series, but it was essentially so close of an adaptation to the actual books that I enjoyed it immensely.
Okay, now I'm just gonna dig this into it because it's funny. Did you see what Martin Scorsese's daughter gave him for Christmas?
No.
She wrapped up in Marvel wrapping paper.
Oh, nice. There you go.
He's like, I'm just gonna give this to my dad now.
Yeah.
It's Iron Man wrapping paper.
There you go.
I think that's hilarious. Martin
Working with
Scorsese.
actors, beat them, don't leave the bruises. You gotta just hit them with a sack full of oranges.
So you don't
leave
actors are
bruises.
animals. No, they're
Yeah.
not. Have you
Have you
ever
eaten with one? Yeah. Are we gonna get more course videos, or is that format retired?
I don't know yet. I mean, the thing with the course videos is that they're such big topics. Like I've got 1 or 2 that are in mind for a course video, but they're not the subjects that I'm interested in right now tend to be more smaller takes.
Yeah.
Or big history of a studio kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So until I get like a subject that I want to do I guess lighting's the one I need to do more a course video on.
Mm-hmm.
But right now I'm just kind of floating around seeing what I'd like to do because this is get to the point where this is a big part of my time and I got to make sure I use it properly here.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff. We're trying to go a couple of different routes this year with bigger things. And hopefully, let's see.
Active Havoc has just got a lot of downer questions tonight.
Yeah. The rest of us with the face.
The Game of Thrones disappoint you as much as the rest of us with the face plant at the finish line.
Finding some things out about why it ended.
It's not about the new things. Is this stuff that we haven't talked about yet? Or?
No, I think we did talk about this. Was more of the HBO going like, oh yeah, take as many episodes as you need to
Oh, I
tell
heard
the
about
end,
that.
and then D&D going like, no, we're good with just this, and it's like, I get when someone's saying they're gonna shell. I get it. First off, they've done a season of this, and as you're kind of sprinting towards that finish line,
Just want to get it
and
over with.
you just want to get it over with, and you just like, I want to move on to a different project because this takes up so much of my time. This is the only project I can devote myself to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand where the fans are going like, but you had the ability to actually give this a good, like, fill in those pieces instead of just fast traveling to the points. Like, the points were there, but they were jumped to so quickly that you couldn't enjoy it the way it would have been if they had actually taken the time to add 4 more episodes and actually fill in the reasons to those things, so you didn't feel like the turn of the dime so much.
Did you hear about that paper about how they talk about like psychological versus like another? Whereas like the first the part of the books covered was very much like, here's a psychology of the society, right? And this. So everything happens because of character.
Yeah.
Whereas once the books ended and the story, they kind of went to more of like a television story writing.
Yeah.
Where it's like very much like this happens and this happens and this happens and this happens.
Yep.
That's where you get the time travel stuff.
Yeah.
And I can kind of see where they're going with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I liked the ending of Game of Thrones. Is it as memorable as the rest of it? No.
As I said, the aspects of the end made sense.
Yeah, the actual detail.
But there was so little meat in between those getting to
Yeah.
those points that you don't feel satisfied with it.
There is,
And we're already in our society is already in that mentality of we don't like endings.
yeah,
And it was proven with How I Met Your Mother. It was proven. I mean, it's just in the way we continually try to attach sequels to things.
not to revive a dead emperor, but in a way of ways, this new Star Trek movie or new Star Wars movie does kind of do that. There are some things like, I thought that would happen, but man, you did not earn it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what, I think we both
And
agree on that.
there's always the thing of careful what you wish for, because for a very long time, I said, man, I really wonder what happened with Han and Luke and Leia. That would be really great if they went back to them. Now I really, really wish that hadn't happened, but we can't go back because it's already here, just like the prequels.
And the funny thing is, there's a video out there by C.G.P. Gray on copyright, and he uses Star Wars as an example. He's like, if Star Wars didn't have such a long copyright, we'd have a lot more Star Wars movies right about now. And boy, careful what you wish for, even though it's a little under the thumb of Disney. But yeah, I don't think so. Anyhow.
Cold Light of Day said, what were your favorite meals so far this holiday?
Oh, now we can talk about something I'm an expert on.
There you go. Food
and eating.
Yeah.
I made a terrific rib rack roast on Christmas night day.
And ham.
You had ham. Oh, very good.
Yeah, there you go. And some quiche and
ooh, quiche.
And I mean all that stuff. I don't know. I'm not a big turkey person.
Neither am I. But the secret, folks, if you get one thing out of my lessons, is take this. Get yourself a meat thermometer, because that's how you.
Because that's important.
That's how you know your meat's done. You can't just throw. My dad would like throw like a pork roast in the oven and be like, "Well, it's 5 hours. It says an hour per pound." So my dad was also Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
Right. Clarence said it was an hour per pound, so I figured 5 hours, and it comes out fucking dry as
of course,
a cigarette butt. Mm-hmm. But if you had a meat thermometer, you would know precisely when your pork butt would be finished. So, ladies and gentlemen, get a meat thermometer, a good one, a digital one. Mine, unfortunately, almost crapped out on me on Christmas because I think water got into it.
Oh.
And so, like, it kept reading high, but then I stuck it in there, and I'm like, okay, let's just see if it works. And it started working for some reason.
Oh, there you go.
It was a Christmas miracle,
folks. It was a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Maybe a Game of Thrones prequel. They'll probably... I think that he is working on one.
Yeah.
Instant noodles. College life. Yeah.
I love the instant ramen stuff. I like the bag kind better than the cup one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I really do like that stuff. It's sad.
The funny part is I used to always take the noodles and I'd make them, but then I wouldn't throw the packet in, and I'd make other stuff. Like at one point, I did like a meaty, right, like a meat kind of thing where it was like
sure.
slab, like I cut roast like steak and chop it
Yeah,
up and put it on there.
absolutely.
Oh yeah. So
So okay, so I was this one
because
girl.
you can't go wrong with like a 20-cent freaking pack of noodles.
Well, the problem is I was kind of seeing this. Well, I wasn't seeing this girl, but I was at her house, right?
Mhm.
And she she had like she had this bowl of noodles that I guess she made the other night, and she just let it sit there the whole entire
Oh,
fucking night.
yeah.
And I mean, that looks like what do they call them? The little where you take a shit in the bowl. What they call them those things?
I don't know, but
You know, kettle evening pots or whatever.
oh, chamber pot.
Chamber
is
pot. It
what
looked
you're
like a
thinking.
chamber pot, man. It was so
Oh,
nasty.
Nice.
And I was thinking, wow, I sure like this girl.
I must really like this girl.
Well, you know what the heck.
Yeah.
She ended up being a lesbian, so whatever.
Oh, there you go. For me, I'm just excited to see what other topics Hess will talk about in the IQ bits. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we got one on cats coming up.
Yeah, there you go.
I got one I want to do on 24 frame rate, but why it looks bad on OLED TVs, because I figured out why.
Mhm.
I actually went to Best Buy. I went to Best Buy and I was trying to get the TV. I was trying to get the guy to give me the remote.
Yeah.
Just give me the remote
you
so I
were
can
telling
play
me
with
that.
this thing.
Yeah.
But he kept like, oh, you want to mess with the settings? I'm like, yes, I do. You want me to spend $2,000 on that TV? I was gonna buy it.
Yeah.
But I was like, you want to spend $2,000 on the TV? I'm gonna play with the damn remote. Give me the damn remote. And I kept doing stuff. And I was like showing him stuff. Like I was like, no, you need to put it on this setting. And like, oh, look, it looks really good now. Anyhow, I want to do a video on that. I think that'll blow people's minds and give me a lot of hate mail, which is what I live for, apparently.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Says Action Havoc. My meat thermometer is way too thick to poke anything.
Chicken bow wow.
That's what we're going up for.
Yeah, there you go.
You people, meat thermometer. It's crucial to your cooking. It'll raise your cooking skills.
Just out of curiosity.
Anyhow,
Oh, it actually so it did
finally load up.
finally load up. We'll just let it sit here for the next one.
Oh, real talk. The Bits video on the best camera is the funniest thing on the channel. Thank you very much. Maybe I'll do some more funny stuff, because funny stuff that needs to be done. Best Buy shopping guides new series confirmed.
Yeah, that's right. They won't let us. They won't let us.
They won't
do
let me
things.
play with the damn TVs. They're
No.
afraid that I'm going to mess them up.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we just need somebody to come along and give us.
I
TVs.
did. Yeah, I did email LG. I'm like, hey, I heard you guys have filmmaker mode. You can let me send me one. Never wrote back.
Nope.
Never wrote back.
Yeah, we just don't get that LG money.
Good old LG. Life's good.
Yeah, life's good.
What's it
Not
stands
give,
for, yeah.
just not give us anything. But yeah, I
Exciting
mean,
stuff. Anyhow,
I can't really think of anything else at the moment.
there's
What else
movies
is
Mm.
coming up. There's 1917 that I want to see. Call Potato Jet. Potato Jet probably has the numbers. I don't even have his. I bet you if I wrote Potato Jet, he wouldn't even write back. Who the hell is this guy?
Who does this guy think he is? Potato Jet.
Yeah, he bought an Airy Cam for $6,000. I think I was telling you about that.
Oh yeah, I think so.
And I'm like, I can't just buy a $6,000 camera. Oh, he got an LG. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
I get you. I like. You know what? I like the Sonys. I'm a Sony fan. I still watch.
That's right. Sony sent us that money.
I still watch my Sony TV from like 2005, and it's starting to show its age, but it still looks really good. I really appreciate it.
Let's see. So can we agree that
my God.
Mandalorian is setting up Boba Fett's return in canon? Probably. I mean, that's
Star Wars. Why not? Yeah, I think that Mandalorian is really setting up for the Star Trek reunion.
Yeah, they're gonna Star
They're
Trek
gonna
Star
merge
Wars
them together.
merge.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be fun to see. Like,
I'm just waiting for us to be able to go back to Chewbacca's home and see his
oh
family again.
yeah. Like I was really let down the last time we left on Life Day.
Yeah, on Life Day.
And we need to go back and see what happens
Exactly.
the following Life Day.
I recently watched it. It was so bad.
I have not seen it.
Oh,
I
it's
don't gotta see
terrible. Yeah. Anyway, we just not even go into it. It's just it's a variety show.
Yeah.
It's
And Princess Leia sings.
Yeah. Princess Leia sings and yeah. Let's see.
All right, there you go.
Could Parasite win both Best Picture and Foreign Picture, and could Lion King be nominated for both Best Animated and Best Picture? I freaking hope not.
The answer is no, obviously,
Yeah.
because the Academy will not have it.
Yeah.
I'm sure Academy will not put in if it puts in the foreign picture.
There you go.
It will not put in the best.
Worst
picture.
movie, Lion King, and the 3D anime. I just no.
It was a very
there
much
was nothing. Like everything
pointless.
was just dead inside. Okay. Anyway.
Very much pointless. It made a lot of money.
Respectfully, Star Trek and Star Wars should remain separate. We were joking. It's never gonna happen. If somehow that occurred, I nobody would like it. About
Use the
film
Force,
school, as
Luke.
a person on the autism spectrum, I don't think I could make it in the business on my own. I need structure and rules. Honestly, you'd probably make a really good film editor then, because I mean, you're gonna be able to look through and see what doesn't fit or feel right, or I would try your hand at editing. I love the photorealistic computer-generated remake of The Lion King. Same way I loved the original from 1994. I really hope you're being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Is that sarcasm? I don't know.
He couldn't tell. He couldn't tell really that we were talking about Star Trek and Star Wars. So I don't know.
I'm really just gonna go hope with for that. JoJo for the most tone deaf movie
I
of
don't
the year.
think so. I
Super
think
weird
you're tone
satire.
deaf, active horse.
Oh yes. Needs William Shatner with the Force. I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Luke.
somehow had the Force for quite a while in real life, because he just manages to like trick women into banging him.
Help me, Obi
Yeah,
Wan.
he's just like, you will come to my my hotel room. They're like, okay.
Help me, Obi Wan.
You're my
Only hope.
Yep.
Here, we finally got that on there, board.
Let's
What
see.
food do you like providing your cast and crew? There's a great question. There's a question we need to do a course on.
That's actually what we were talking. We were
should
talking
do one
about
on
that.
one. Yeah,
About
feeding the cast and
feeding
crew.
your cast and crew.
So a good we talked about a little bit, but be careful with carbs, because carbs, if you go too crazy on carbs, will put your cast to sleep.
Yeah, which is why you don't really want to do pizza.
Right, and pizza maybe for an ending, maybe for a last meal, maybe for like a party meal kind of a thing.
Yeah,
but
wrap
do not
up.
do pizza for
Yeah.
a meal, because people will be dead tired.
Mm-hmm.
Good things are wraps. We talked about maybe a light pasta even
Mhm.
though it is carb heavy, but it's not as
Yeah, it's not
full
as
of
hard.
fat and,
Yep.
and like heavy stuff. Sandwiches are always helpful, nice. Again, it's one of those things too where you have to figure out what's a great way to create a dish that you can do cheaply,
Yep.
but make a lot of deliciously make a lot.
And we also have a great person named Susan.
who
just does all that
expert
stuff.
at that stuff.
Yeah.
But if ever I have to do it, I mean, I can.
Yeah.
I like doing tacos. Tacos are cool because you can just grill up a bunch of taco meat.
Oh yeah, and then
then
let
people
everyone
make their
pour
own
it.
thing.
Yep. Make their own tacos.
And if there's because you're always going to deal with vegetarians because actresses,
yeah.
they're vegetarians. Just tell them that all craft foods have no fat, and they will be happy.
Nice Bill Shatner imitation on Josie. Appearing in both Star Trek and Star Wars, even the other way. Yeah, Simon Pegg is among them. Yeah.
Oh, we had and then Bill was in Tech Wars.
Yep.
So there you go, Tech Wars, Star Wars, and Star Trek.
I really love to see a course on that topic.
Maybe we should do
Yeah,
one. Yeah, that's a good one to do. Thanks.
We've
for
been
bringing it up.
talking. We actually had talked about that at one point.
That was a
because
long
we
time
were-
ago, though. I
Yeah.
don't remember. Oh my gosh, Dirk Snyder.
Thank you. Is there such a thing as going from being a film editor to being a director? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, easily.
Check out the video I did with on editing, where I did an interview with an editor.
Mhm.
We talked about a couple editors that did that very leap.
Yep.
That went from editing to. It's not as common to go editor to director. It's not
Yeah.
a very common thing, but it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean the thing is honestly being able to just do it. Being able to do all the various jobs, you get that eye for that stuff. I mean, hell.
And a lot of times with a director, with an editor, you get to see all the stuff that they get from the set.
Mhm.
So you can kind of see, well, whoa, maybe I don't want to do that.
Yeah, maybe I don't want to do that or do this. Yep.
The only thing the editor doesn't have is on-set experience, and that's the bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if the right editor with the right connections comes along, it can happen.
Recently
Black
watched.
Adder.
Yeah. Black Adder.
Yes.
Black Adder.
Are we gonna get a new Black Adder? I hope not.
Yeah.
Because I think those guys are too old.
Yeah.
But Black Adder goes forth. That's probably my favorite. My favorite one is the Elizabethan times.
Didn't he recently do something for Red
Yeah.
Nose as Blackadder?
He might have, but
Like,
I don't
as
want
one
to do
of
a
the-
series.
No. There's actually a Mr. Bean cartoon show now.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. Which I recently came across. I don't know if it was just somebody like, I feel like it really exists because it was actually good artwork and stuff like that. And I thought maybe it was like taking a Mr. Bean TV show and just animating it. But it seems like it's something I've never seen from Mr. Bean. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of it is just Rowan Atkinson going. I mean, it may not even be him. It might just be he leased it out to somebody else to grumble. I don't know.
It's Dan Castaneda from Homer Simpson.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
because it's just him doing. You know, he does that weird.
Beyond Wine says Mr. Bean cartoon show is pretty old.
Is it? Oh, okay. Maybe that. I just recently saw it, so maybe.
Hey,
But I only saw him as Mr. Bean.
Hey, ask could Parasite win both foreign feature and best picture? We already answered that, and the answer is no.
Yeah.
Probably not.
There might actually be the thing for me. I am fascinated by the editing process. You can make a decent short from almost nothing. Yeah. I mean, thing is if you're going out there and you're getting your film to be able to edit it, then you're going to get both sides. You're going to get what works for you and what you edit it to like, and then, then feedback and ignore that feedback.
Is a little bit tricky with features, is editing is a little tricky. Trying to juggle the long format.
Oh, yeah,
and I don't really know how that works quite yet. I mean, my whole thing's in short still, so we'll eventually get to that. Maybe in 2020, maybe end of 2020, we'll be working on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Exciting
but yeah,
stuff.
I mean, cool deal. Apparently, Maya Wang used to watch it when he was a kid. I don't ever remember it being it. I only remember watching the actual Mr. Bean episodes, like with him physically. So,
Mr. Bean is an amazing character.
Yeah, it gets away with just being, grumbling and then being put in awkward situations.
Is Midsummer worth a watch? I enjoyed Midsummer. I did not watch Hereditary, so I don't know. But I enjoyed Midsummer. Have you seen Midsummer, Joe?
Mm-mm. Which one's that one?
That's the one about the girl who breaks up with the guy, but they go to a Midsummer festival up in like Sweden area.
Oh yeah, you told me. You actually told me the story.
The story how crazy it was.
Yeah, and I was like, oh wow, yep.
It's fun. I liked it.
It sounds like
fun,
an interesting.
Maybe not fun is the word, but
yeah, I don't know if I'd say
watch
fun,
it with your mom. That's the perfect thing to do.
That's the perfect thing.
Yeah,
how could that go wrong?
You couldn't possibly go wrong.
Yep. What are upcoming video topics?
Oh, we got the Cats video coming up.
Yep.
I've got a video probably on 24 frame rates on OLED TVs. I got
Did you make those ears?
Yeah, I made this. I bought these at Hobby Lobby.
Oh.
I bought it at Hobby Lobby. This was $2 and the wire was like $2, but then I had a 40% coupon off.
Woo!
So that's like $2.20.
Yep.
And this cat thing I have on looks better than the CGI.
Yeah, that's true.
So fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Scary thing.
Exciting stuff.
All right. So let's see. Anything else? You guys want to ask us while we were talking about this?
We're running out of gas here. Watch Perfect Sense if you're into Ava Green.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. You ever got to watch the other one, the Ava Green that one's famous for? It's the one where I can't remember the name of the movie.
Yeah.
Where she and her brother have sex with this Michael guy. Everyone loves that movie.
How can Korean cinema be so good when their directors seem to go to the same schools as Americans? Is it because Korean producers take bigger risks?
Dreamers, yeah, Dreamers.
I don't know. I mean, you're starting to see a lot of people taking that kind of same aspect and stuff like that. As I said, Train to Busan was a great. It was actually a zombie Korean film, and it was really well done.
Let me answer this in a little different way. How many Korean movies do you get to see every year? Like 3 or 4?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I think Netflix is really actually starting to bring that. But you're seeing the cream of the crop.
Yeah, you're seeing the best. So if we showed only the best Hollywood movies, you might feel that way about Hollywood too.
Yeah.
You don't realize that there's a lot of other stuff that gets made that you don't get to watch.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and I guess what you're saying is, and the same thing is, how much of that stuff is them trying to mimic, in some ways, what we do or what is done in America or maybe something else. But yeah, and then at the same time, then all of that, you're only seeing a percentage that makes it to Netflix.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
and stuff like that. So yeah, you're seeing a small percentage. I don't know the numbers.
And you're seeing the provenly best.
Yeah.
That
Except
is
for
best.
that really horrible Australian movie I think I told you about a long time ago, which was like the invasion one, but they're somehow in a small town in America, but it didn't make a lot of sense. And yeah, it was terrible because at one point the guy has a gash on his head, and then 3 scenes later that gash is gone, and then it comes back. Like it keeps like they shot it so out of order that they didn't have continuity. So at one point he's like, I will take care of this baby. And then he passes it to another person and is like, you will take care of this baby. Like, it's like completely 3 minutes later just gives the guy the baby. Oh, it was fucking
If you haven't seen it,
horrible,
you
but
gotta
was
watch.
hilarious.
You guys got to watch how they made the movies that made us on Netflix. I just watched the Die Hard one, and you're just where you're talking about how the guy was writing the movie like as they were shooting it, right?
Yeah.
And so the guy at the very end, they think, oh, how are we going to get out of this? Oh, have an ambulance drive out of the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And then they cut the movie together, and they realize, wait, that ambulance wasn't in the truck when we first saw it.
Oh, no.
And the director's like, I don't care. Who cares? Ignore it.
Just go.
Just go with
What's
it.
up, John B? Thanks for coming and hanging out.
AA asks, how can Cats still be up for best visual effects? Isn't in the top 10. I think it was in a short list because of the technology involved.
Yeah.
But the nominations aren't out yet, so I don't think it's nominated for. I don't think it will be nominated.
What movies or TV shows of 2019 should we skip? What was a total waste of time? I honestly don't have anything I think was a total waste of time that I've watched, which is surprising because I usually can think of something that's.
Skip the Star Wars movie.
Yeah, you can skip the Star Wars movies. I want V for Vendetta remake. Keep everything the same, but replace Natalie Portman's god awful English accent. Will this update to movies after release become common in future thanks to Cats in the?
That's good. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I mean, okay, actually, I think someone said this earlier and they probably left, but there's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
That is a prime example of realizing that something isn't going to work and fixing it before it even gets to the theater.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go watch that movie in theater and give money because I want to support the fact that they saw this was a stupid way of doing it and fixed it.
Yeah.
And I actually saw the trailer. The first trailer gave me that same feeling as Cats, where I got nauseous. And then I saw the newer version, and because it felt Sonic the Hedgehog-y and maybe some of the stuff landed better with Jim Carrey, because when I watched it the first time, Jim Carrey's conversing with this terrible looking hedgehog made me go, why the frack did he? I don't know why I covered it up. Why did he sign up to this? And then now seeing the newer trailer, I was like, okay, it doesn't look as bad.
I don't know. Like with the whole thing with the digital, though, it makes it so much easier to just like send out copies.
Yeah.
Of new versions of the movie. So maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a general rule. It's not a good thing that people want to do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I was getting tired.
Yeah. At the same time, I hope that there's a balance between CGI and, live action stuff versus Cats, which just.
Well, yeah.
Oh, it's everywhere.
I'm going to get into it. Like, I don't know why they had to go the route with the CGI.
Yeah.
They should have just gone with makeup and fur costumes and then CGI little ears moving or tails flapping and all that stuff.
Let's see. Now that the new Viacom CBS owns 100% of Star Trek, would there be a double timeline Star Trek crossover event in the same vein as those of Doctor Who, the Power Rangers, and the Arrowverse? Oh, you're talking about like where things like collide and you have crossover events like Crisis on Infinite Earths and Doctor Who's 50th anniversaries and Power Rangers being Power Rangers, because I'm pretty sure like 90% of the time, Power Rangers, there's like 15 series. I'm pretty sure they just like throw old Power Rangers in who need money into new Power Ranger episodes. They're like, hey, you're still not working. Would you like to be a Power Ranger again so you can eat for a little while instead of having to, go and waitress at or waiter at some TV or at some place? So yeah, of course.
Do I look like Mike Stoskowska to you? I don't know Star Trek.
Yeah.
I don't know Star Trek that much, man. Why are you asking me all these Star Trek questions?
Tommy's The Room had great CG and VFX utilization. I'm assuming that's The Room where he just goes, "You're killing me." Yeah, yeah.
You're
so
killing me, Larry.
you're killing me.
No.
I don't know what is killing me, Lisa. You're killing
Lisa,
me, Lisa. Yeah.
Lisa, you're killing me.
Yeah, which was terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're gonna see that anyway. A lot of people, if you can pull in like fans from another show and give them a chance to see other things, like if say Star Trek Discovery, which is shit, and then somehow Picard actually does really well, and they can take a character from that and throw them in time travel and somehow put them in Discovery, hoping that people that watch Picard will like Star Trek Discovery, they're gonna do it. If they can figure out a way to inflate those views and hopefully get them to enjoy something that probably isn't enjoyable, they're gonna do it. I mean, it's just that's how it goes with TV lately. There was a multi-timeline 25th anniversary episode of the Power Rangers called Dimensions in Timeline. Fair enough. You are very on the pulse of the Power Rangers, and I am not.
Yeah, that's
but
for sure.
I do like Doctor Who, and I do like Star Trek, and
I like Star Trek.
And I watch some of the Arrowverse shows.
I like Star Trek, but not that much.
Dimensions in Danger. Okay, gotcha. Have you guys talked about the Tenet trailer?
I haven't seen it yet. That's
I haven't either.
Christopher Nolan's new movie.
Oh yeah. Well, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Did you watch the trailer for it? What do you think? Stranger Things?
Stranger Things, and I don't really give a crap that much anymore. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, sure.
I think it'll be at least entertaining. It has Paul Rudd in it.
Yeah, but it came out at the same time as Wonder Woman trailer came out, and I was really more enthused with the Wonder Woman trailer because I like Gal Gadot and I like seeing her flying through the air.
I think Wonder Woman will either it'll be either really good or it'll make me laugh.
It might also just be mediocre and just be like.
I have seen an episode or two of Stranger Things. That's about all you need. I watched the first season and then I stopped watching.
I tried watching the second season, but it's so. I hate the nostalgia on the show. It's so much. It's over the top.
Yeah,
I don't like it. Anyhow, there's a 70s where a lot of films were underexposed. I can't imagine anyone would be allowed to make a big budget film today with look like Alien. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of movies out there copying the look of Alien right now.
Yeah.
There's that one with Kristen Stewart's coming out, going to be like an Alien knockoff.
Yeah.
Heck, The Mandalorian had an Alien knockoff episode with Bill Burr in it. That was really good and fun.
Speaking of Netflix, I saw one of its recent original movies, The Night Before Christmas, The Night with the Silent K. I didn't see that pop up on my thing, so
yeah.
Wonder Woman will be mediocre at best.
I don't think at best. I think at best it'd be good. Mediocre would be more like it'd be averagely mediocre if that's the average thing. No, I like Gal Gadot. I don't think. I just like her. And I just like the way the movie looks.
It looks nothing like a Ghostbuster film. Maybe they're trying to prove that they can, an even worse film with an all-male cast. Here's the thing. I'm quite sure it will be entertaining. And now, granted, kids with proton packs, I don't know, but that scene might be. I'm willing to give it a shot. The trailer didn't look bad. I wasn't super excited about it, but it has potential. Whereas with the 2016 version, when I saw that, I knew that it had no potential, and then it proved me right. Let's see. I enjoyed Zombieland Double Tap. I haven't seen it yet, but I like Zombieland. So obviously I'll probably watch Double Tap.
A lot of reboots here. Let's talk. I mean, no one's brought up like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or Joker. Even Joker kind of was a different one.
The new Joker movie reminds me of Michael Douglas in Falling Down.
Yeah, very much.
In a way. Very much so. There was no trace of comedy in that Ghostbusters trailer. That's the thing. Everybody sits there and says Ghostbusters was a comedy. It wasn't a comedy. It was actually like kind of that ghosty thing with comedy aspects to it. But when you see them talking about Ghostbusters, they basically were playing it very straight, but with comedic aspects that we found funny. But it's very interesting. Very much watch a Ghostbusters documentary with Ramis and Dan Aykroyd and them, and you'll see what they kind of say. Like they took it very, very in a way seriously, but they still were very much comedians, and of course they also brought the small comedic aspects to it. But
watch the movies that made us. They have a Ghostbusters episode, and watch how seriously Dan Aykroyd takes the subject matter.
Yeah,
because he's not kidding around. He's talking about his ghosts.
Oh yeah,
he really believes that.
He really believes that stuff. I mean, just watch any thing where he talks about his Crystal Head vodka. I mean, god dang, that dude very much believes in spirits and yeah.
Oh, spirits and spirits.
Yeah, spirits and spirits.
I'm really excited. Meow Wang says I'm really excited for Tenet, Little Women, Chaos Walking, and Black Widow. So there we go.
I don't know. We'll see, but I mean, I'm hoping it's not though, because
I hope that every movie I go see turns out to be the bestest movie I've ever seen. I never wish any movie to be bad. It just happens I'm let down a lot of times.
Yeah.
So let's not, maybe in the spirit of this Christmas, let's not look at the world of movies and hope things are bad, because it seems to be like a shitty attitude to have toward filmmakers.
Free Guy. That
Free Guy's
looks
lots of fun.
Yeah. But I think it feels like every Ryan Reynolds movie is just
Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds.
Everything that Ryan Reynolds does is essentially just Deadpool-esque in a new situation.
Well, it goes
like
back. It goes
Detective
back to
Pikachu.
But that goes back to Van Wilder.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It really is just Ryan Reynolds being dropped into another movie. And you know what? I'm completely okay with that
for now,
because he's fun. The thing is, he looks like he's having the time of his life in everything he does, and that energy, plus at least from what it looks like and everything he's done, good writing.
Did you even notice how it rubbed off on that Peloton commercial? Remember the Peloton girl, and she had that like the gin commercial, the Aviator gin. Like that's like I was watching that. I'm like, you could tell that's Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
Even though it's not Ryan Reynolds on screen, it's two women, but they sound just like Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
So it rubbed off so much on that.
But yeah.
And Free Guy.
I'm willing to bet. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we saw that. It's in his family. Not sure. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to catch up and everything. I'm like reading. I was like, okay, we answered that. We did that one. Okay. But
yeah, I don't like to bash on movies just to bash on movies. I don't understand, especially when we haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah. It's
like wait till it comes out, then we can say, okay, that was a turkey.
I actually haven't watched The Six Underground. I was gonna watch it. I
heard things about it, and I'm like, well, maybe I get in the mood to watch it. Get drunk enough to watch it. It's Michael Bay, but it's Michael Bay at the Michael Bayest.
Yeah,
he's gonna have explosions.
I mean, that's all you really expect.
Why not?
Just enjoy it and watch the explosions.
Like fireworks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay.
Any news on the upcoming Studio History video?
You keep asking for that on this one.
That's actually completely new people, but yeah.
I know another person just asking the same damn question. Yeah, I've got one scripted, and it's going to come out in 2020 sometime. Whenever you get time to actually do it, because things have been busy.
Yeah,
that's why I haven't had time to do it. It's on Fox, before 20th Century Fox, and I'll probably do another one on 20th Century Fox. Anyhow.
Everybody does love that series. Yeah.
Get the film noir hat back on.
There you
go. Take the cat ears off.
Take the cat ears off and put the noir hat on
them. Who knows?
Yep.
Oops. Oh, like that. It becomes glasses too.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. What are we hitting about? Well, actually,
about time to wrap it up.
Time to wrap up.
All righty. If you haven't seen in the chat there, we're showcasing our T-shirt line. There's a brand new T-shirt out there, Filmmaker IQ, teespring.com/store Filmmaker IQ in the shelf. Check out our T-shirts. It'll be done as soon as it's done, Philip Bloom. That's true.
Yep.
And what else we got? You can go to the website. I got that working again.
Oh, there you go.
I'm probably going to have to redo the website next year sometime.
Yeah.
I think it's about time. There's so many things that are kind of messed up. But it is there for what it's worth. It's there. There's still issues with the site. But again, timing, don't have time to fix everything. And it's just not that there's not the interest in the website that there is in the YouTube channel. So we're putting our focus on the interest on the YouTube channel. And of course, check us out on Patreon. Hey, we have a we have the Hall of Famer.
That's right. Yeah, you're telling
Lindman.
me.
Yeah, Lindman's on board for our first Hall of Famer.
Yep.
And hopefully you guys can be on Hall of Famer. I need to get him as his own plaque. They put a plaque back there.
Yeah, there's gonna be a plaque back there.
We'll do that when the new year comes along. I have time to go out there and mess around with that. Check out our Patreon. $500. We're looking at 2020. We want to have a pie fight, a legitimate pie fight. We're gonna get Tim on board. Tim, if you guys remember Tim from the old show, we're gonna beat him with pies.
Yep.
And probably each other as well.
Exactly.
So please come on board. Patreon.com. Help us support us there.
Yep.
I don't know what else. We'll just hit up
I think those are
moment. Thanks, John and Joe, Donnie Pearson, for another great show. Have a wonderful decade to begin with. Thanks, guys. See you guys in 2020. We're going to have we should have like a Gatsby kind of a thing for the 20s.
Oh, there you go.
20s,
the Roaring 20s.
Use a coupon code FilmRide on Squarespace for 20% off.
That's right.
And you get our masterclass. Go to masterclass.com.
Yep. How
Damn
could
it.
this have happened?
How could I think they started like taking down those videos off of other people's, because I couldn't find that video today.
Oh, you couldn't? You're looking for it?
I was looking for it. It was taken down.
Yep. And right now you can get 2 shirts for the price of 2 shirts.
2. And if you buy 3, it's the price of 3.
That's right.
Isn't that exciting? For the wide shot. Look at the music.
But if you buy 15, we will make a video specifically for you.
And it'll be a very good video.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a great video.
All right, folks. Well, have a good night.
Yep.
Here comes the music. See you later. Bye.
Later, guys.